If we reflect on our creation, let's go back a little bit. We were younger. And then we were in the womb of our mothers in Arham. And where were we before that? Subhanallah, different creation, different stages where you grow up. And then we would leave this life like the people who were there before us. وَاخْتِلَافِ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ, and the change and alternation of the day and the night. No, it works day and night from the beginning of the creation to the end of the creation, non-stop. The rain system, وَمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مِنْ رِزْقٍ, and what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends down from the sky of rizq, provision. And He called water rizq, because every provision, everything that we have is because of water. Life is possible because of water that comes from the sky in the system that's known for all of us. فَأَحْيَا بِهِ الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا. And with this water, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revives and gives life to earth or to land or to ground after it was dead. It was barren. There was no life in it. وَتَصْرِيفِ الرِّيَاحِ, and how the wind is being directed. All of that Allah is saying آيَاتٌ لِقَوْمٍ يَعْقِلُونَ, are all signs and miracles for those who reflect and think. Some people think all of that happened with no system. There's no system to control that. It is just an accident. It is an incident. Wind, there's nothing to control it. Day and night, it just happens like that. Entire life and the system and the animals and the creatures, it's all came from by accident. Many people think like that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you should see the signs if you have an ounce of mind. لِقَوْمٍ يَعْقِلُونَ, meaning those who think otherwise, they don't see the clearest of signs. They have a problem in their intellectual system, in there. So subhanAllah, the iman and faith can be just acquired and can be strengthened by looking at everything around us. يقوى الإيمان ويتعزز بالنظر في خلق الله، بالنظر في أنفسنا وفي خلقكم وفي أنفسكم أفلا تبصرون وفي خلقكم وما يبث من دابة آيات لقوم يوقنون. تلك آيات الله. These are the ayat, the signs of Allah. And Allah called all these ayat. Just like in Arabic He called the verses of the Quran ayat. Verses of the Quran should give you light and should guide you to faith. And also the alternation of the day and the night. اختلاف الليل والنهار. النظر في خلق الإنسان وخلق ما حوله وما بث الله عز وجل في الأرض من دابة. Looking at all the creation of Allah is also reading the ayat. كتاب الله عز وجل المنظور. كما نقرأ في كتابه المسطور ننظر ونتفكر ونقرأ في كتابه المسطور أو المنظور. فبأي حديث بعد الله وآياته يؤمنون. Then, after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking those 3-4 lines, and he puts everything so clear, we see it with our eyes. For those who want to touch things, where is God? Does God exist? Where is He? Can I touch Him? Look at everything around you. Look at it. And you should see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God, very clearly. And He said, these are the signs of Allah. But then, what other hadith, what other narrations or say after that, after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's ayat, that they will have faith in? That should be clear and enough for everybody. فَبِأَيِّ حَدِيثٍ بَعْدَ اللَّهِ وَآيَاتِهِ يُؤْمِنُونَ. The surah keeps going on and on. I'm not going to go word by word and ayah by ayah, but the surah, I will leave that for you to probably read in detail and reflect on it. But I will just quote a few ahadith. قُلْ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. Or before that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala سَخَّرَ لَكُمْ, He said, it is Him who subdued for you, made available for you, gave you access. مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا مِنْهُ. Everything in the skies and everything in the earth, Allah gave you access to it. Allah gave it to you for free. How much did you pay for our life? How much did you pay Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us anything of what He gave us? He gave us everything منه, جميعا منه. كم دفعنا؟ كم أنفقنا؟ كم ينفق الإنسان؟ Subhanallah, if you want to know how much this is worth, لو أردنا أن ندرك قيمة ما عندنا مما أعطاه الله جل وعلا إياه, look at when we lose it, when we start to have a defect in it. إذا تعطلت إحدى الجوارح أو الحواس الأعضاء, If you have a problem in your hand, in your eye, in your back, in your heart, any of the organs, how much do you pay to get that back? Or to keep it working fine, subhanAllah. Allah is going to give us all of that, and it's functioning, and it's being taken care of free of charge. This is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, jami'an minhu. Amongst what He made, musakhkhar lana, available, accessible, easy, usable for us, al-bahr. لِتَجْرِيَ الْفُلْكُ فِيهِ بِأَمْرِهِ. That's what He said in the ayat. He made this, the oceans, the sea, for you. Accessible, usable for you. So that ships will sail in it. Imagine that this system was not there. This kind of thing was not there. How the world trade nowadays would be even possible. إذا طغى البحر, if we have a tsunami or something, may Allah protect us, it happens sometimes. A little thing that happens in the plates under the oceans. And then you have just, what is tsunami? Tsunami is just a bigger wave. It's an earthquake that causes bigger waves that covers probably a couple of miles on the shore. The water will just drown it or cover it. That causes big destruction. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the normal situation, it's all available, accessible, usable, under our control and there to use it. The ayat also mention about Bani Israel, the nations before us, how Allah Azza wa Jalla gave them the ayat. How Allah revealed the book and gave them guidance. وَآتَيْنَاهُمْ بَيِّنَاتٍ مِنَ الْأَمْرِ فَمَا اخْتَلَفُوا إِلَّا مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَهُمُ الْعِلْمُ بَغْيًا بَيْنَهُمْ. After Allah gave them guidance and knowledge, they disagreed. Disagreement comes out as a result of lack of knowledge. But it comes also as a result of, even if you have the knowledge, but you have your own input into it, your own hawa, your own desire. Even if you have the truth, it's not going to benefit you. And probably this is what's happening for Muslims, or between Muslims nowadays. They have the truth, they still have the truth, and the light of the Quran and Islam, unchanged, pure. But still, they are in the biggest chaos that you could ever see, disagreeing and fighting, because probably they did what Bani Israel before them, the Israelites before them, did. اختلفوا من بعد ما جاءهم العلم. And then Allah said, إِنَّ رَبَّكَ يَقْضِي بَيْنَهُمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. Judgment is going to be for your Lord. Indeed, your Lord is going to judge between them in the day of judgment in regards to what they used to disagree about. ثُمَّ جَعَلْنَاكَ عَلَى شَرِيعَةٍ مِنَ الْأَمْرِ. الشريعة هي الطريقة أو المنهج اللي هو الدين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts in Muhammad, we have established you or put you in a sharia, which is the way, which is the religion or the way. Follow it. وَلَا تَتَّبِعْ أَهْوَاءَ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Do not follow the ways of those who do not have the knowledge. We have the right to our deen, to our faith, to our religion, just like everybody else has right to. Yet we are the most demonized amongst all people. Focuses all now on Muslims to demonize them, to call them names, to make them equal to violence and terrorism. All of these accusations without really reading the Quran in the right way, because if anybody reads the Quran in the right way and puts everything in context, they will, and they are fair, they will have no way to go but to adopt it, because it's the word of Allah. And it's so clear and speaking for itself. Nothing to hide in the Quran, it's so clear. فَاتَّبِعْهَا وَلَا تَتَّبِعْ أَهْوَاءَ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Follow it and do not follow the desires of those who do not know. أصل كل مخالفة وأصل كل معصية اتباعها. The root of any problem, the root of any deviation is following the hawa, following the desire. And Islam, the word Islam itself meaning submission. You submit yourself to the will of Allah. Meaning, sometimes or many times you have to go against the will of yourself or the desire of yourself. And the ayat will talk in a couple of ayat. Have you seen that the person who has taken his God as his desire, has taken his desire as God? Some people, whatever they think, whatever they desire, they do. But that's wild. That's not submission. That's not Islam. Allah قال إنهم لا يغنوا عنك من الله شيئا. They will not avail you anything. They will not benefit you anything. قالوا من استغنى بغير الله فبغناه افتقر. If you seek richness, ghina, self-sufficient, to be self-sufficient in anything other than Allah, you will be losing, you will be desperate, you will be in faqr, in poverty. وَمَنْ اعْتَزَّ بِغَيْرِهِ فَبِعِزِّهِ ذَلٍّ. If you seek honor and dignity in anything other than Allah, this will be actually the reason of your humility and dhul. قال الله عز وجل إنهم لن يغنوا عنك من الله شيئا. Sometimes we think our success and our profit, مكسب أو كذا, is in ways other than Islam, in way away from Allah. When we think so, we're actually losing, and it's a delusion, and we will come to figure this out but late. هذا بصائر للناس. You're looking for the insight and the light. This Quran, this religion, this way is بصائر للناس, is insight for humanity. ورحمة وهدى ورحمة لقوم يوقنون, and it's guidance and mercy for those who have certainty. بصائر جعل فيما فيه من معالم الدين. المفسرون يقولون جعل ما فيه من معالم الدين والشرائع بمنزلة البصائر في القلوب كما جعل أو جعل روحا وحياة. This religion, this Islam, this deen, this Quran for the heart is like life. The true life for the heart. Without it, the heart has no life in it. And it has guidance من الضلال, otherwise you will be deviated. ورحمة من العذاب. Following it is following the mercy. لقوم يوقنون لمن آمن وأيقن. For those who believe in it, and for those who have certainty in what's in it. أم حسب الذين اجترحوا السيئات, or maybe those who commit sins and disobey Allah and do not go by the rules of Allah in this life, do they think that they will be equal to الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات سواء محياهم ومماتهم? Do they think they will be equal to the believers, to those who believe and did the actions, both in their life and their death? They're not going to be equal. Sometimes this is a dilemma in here, that we see some people who are not believers, they might be successful in terms of life, but they will never be equal to the believer. The one who has faith in his heart, he will never be equal to the person who does not have faith in his heart, both in life and afterlife. In every aspect. It's clear in the hereafter that the only winners in the day of judgment is those who have taqwa to Allah, those who are conscious of Allah, those who follow the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This ayah, one of the Sahaba, he was reciting it في صلاة الليل, and he was crying, and he said, which group, which of the two groups do I belong? He does not know. He's praying and he's humbling himself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all until the morning, all the way until the morning, until Fajr, and he's reading, and he's thinking and reflecting to himself, which group do I belong to? Am I with those who did wrong or with those who did right? جعل يرددها ويقول يا فضيل ليت شعري من أي الفريقين أنت ساء ما يحكمون. Bad of a judgment if they think that they will be equal. So you might think that you do ma'asiyah, disobedient, nothing happens. You try to get something the wrong way, acquire money the wrong way, go against the rule of Allah, but nothing is happening. It could be even more increase is coming to you. And that is istidraj. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not the time for judgment yet. But those who follow the rules of Allah and believe in Him and have faith in Him will never be equal to those who do not follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا يَسْتَوِي الْأَعْمَى وَالْبَصِيرُ وَلَا الظُّلُمَاتُ وَلَا الظِّلُّ وَلَا الْحَرُورُ وَمَا يَسْتَوِي الْأَحْيَاءُ وَلَا الْأَمْوَاتُ. In many ayat, Allah is drawing this very clear for us, that there is a line and they will not be equal. They may be equal in terms of provisions in here. People of Isyan and disobedience might have more, but the measurements in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is different than our measurements. Our measurements are not always perfect. And then I just fast forward to the last couple of ayat, or the last few ayat, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He addresses the argument of the people who said, نَمُوتُ وَنَحْيَا وَمَا يُهْلِكُنَا إِلَّا الدَّهْرُ. There's no career. We just live and die, and it's time that works in us. There's no other life after death. And And then the hujjah or the argument is فَأْتُوا بِآبَائِنَا مَا كَانَ حُجَّتَهُمْ إِلَّا أَنْ قَالُوا ائْتُوا بِآبَائِنَا إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. If you are true, maybe bring our parents for us right now, who passed away, our forefathers. Bring them back to life so we can see and we can believe in what you're saying, that there is life after death. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replied to that in a very precise way. قُلِ اللَّهُ يُحْيِيكُمْ. Say He is Allah. Allah is the one to give you life. ثُمَّ يُمِيتُكُمْ. And He is the one to take life from you or cause you to die. ثُمَّ يَجْمَعُكُمْ إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ. And He is the one to gather you again to the day of judgment, to the day of the standing. لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. There is no doubt in it. وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. But most of the people, they don't know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not play games. Does not play games with us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says and speak the truth. And He gives forth for us all the hujjaj, all the arguments. He brought us from nothing, He brought us from death. We were nothing before we come to this life. Then the one who built all of that from nothing is definitely capable of bringing it back. And then on that day, وَلِلَّهِ مُلْكُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. For Allah will be the kingdom, and always for Allah is the kingdom, the skies and the earth. وَيَوْمَ تَقُومُ السَّاعَةِ. The day, the hour will come, the day judgment will come. يَخْسَرُ الْمُبْطِلُونَ. Those who are going by lies, those who do not have foundation for their faith, they will be losing. وَتَرَى كُلَّ أُمَّةٍ جَاثِيَةٍ. When you see all nations, everybody is kneeling on their knees, waiting for the judgment. كُلُّ أُمَّةٍ تُدْعَى إِلَى كِتَابِهَا. Every ummah, every person will be judged according to his or her own scroll of deeds, كِتَابِ الْأَعْمَالِ. Everybody will see their actions, their sayings, to the least of things will be brought forth, and it's recorded. This book will be brought and everybody will be judged according to it. May I ask the brothers to move forward? Make room for the brothers who are coming. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبصرنا وإياكم بالحق. اللهم قل قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم واستغفروه. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين الآثمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له رب العالمين وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله الأمين اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. So subhanAllah, let's visualize this with our heart. All of us, كل أمة, all nations, all humans, everybody, they will be kneeling around the hellfire. They will be brought, and then they will be judged according to their own actions. هذا كتابنا. This is our book, the book of Allah, because He owns it. He collects it. He said it's going to be nothing but your actions that I'm only collecting for you, recording for you, and then you will see these actions. If you do good, وإذا من آدم good, you see فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره. كل أمة تدعى إلى كتابها اليوم تجزون ما كنتم تعملون. Today you will be given, you will be rewarded or punished according to what you used to do. بما كنتم تعملون. فأما الذين آمنوا, He said, the believers, those who believe and did good, فيدخلهم ربهم في رحمته. The Lord will admit them into His mercy. And as for the disbelievers, they will obviously be losing. أفلم تكن آياتي تتلى عليكم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will blame them. And He would say, didn't I send you messengers to recite my ayat to you? Everything was made clear for you. You insisted to go the wrong way, and you denied all of that, and now today you will be losing. وَإِذَا قِيلَ إِنَّ وَعْدَ اللَّهِ حَقٌّ وَالسَّاعَةُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهَا قُلْتُمْ مَا نَدْرِي مَا السَّاعَةُ. You used to deny all the prophets coming to you, all the haqq, all the truth coming to you. فَالْيَوْمَ نَنْسَاكُمْ. Today, you forgot about all of that, you intentionally ignored all of that. Today we will ignore you. We will ignore you. And Allah Azza wa Jalla يهملهم ويتركهم في العذاب. They will be in the hellfire, not being listened to, not being cared for, completely and totally ignored. Like they ignored the signs and the ayat of Allah. وإذا قيل إن وعد الله حق والساعة لا ريب فيها قلتم ما ندري ما الساعة إن نظن إلا ظنا وما نحن بمستيقنين وبدا لهم. Today everything, on that day everything will be made clear. Everything will be made clear for everybody. They will see سيئات ما عملوا وبدا لهم سيئات ما عملوا وحاق بهم ما كانوا به يستهزئون. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will leave them in the adab, will not listen to them, will not give them the chance to, apologize and يستعتبون. فلله الحمد. The last couple of ayat, the ending of the surah is so strong. Allah Azza wa said, فلله الحمد. All the praise, thanks belong to Allah. رب السماوات ورب الأرض. The owner, the Lord of the skies and the earth. He owns them, and He takes care of them, and He cherishes them. He is the creator of them, the Lord of the skies and earth, what we know and what we do not know of them. رب العالمين, the Lord of all the worlds. The Lord of all the worlds. Now we are discovering and making telescopes that can take us, thousands and millions and trillions of miles away, just seeing them and investigating them and trying to see them and take pictures of them. But there are worlds even beyond that. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the Lord of all of that, and all the praise belongs to Him for creating all of that and taking care of all of that. وَلَهُ الْكِبْرِيَاءُ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ عَنِ السُّلْطَانِ وَالْعَظَمَةِ. And all the majesty, all the glory, all the pride is His. فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ, in the sky and in the earth. وَلَهُ الْكِبْرِيَاءُ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَهُوَ الْعَزِيزُ الْحَكِيمُ. And He is the Almighty and the All-Wise subhanahu wa ta'ala. نسأل الله تبارك وتعالى أن يجعلنا ممن عبده حقا وصدقا. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى يفتح مسامع قلوبنا وأبصارنا إلى ذكره. May Allah open our eyes and our hearts to receive His Quran, to receive His message, to understand His message, to reflect on His message, and to act on His message. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك يا مولانا سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم مكن لعبادك الموحدين في كل مكان يا رب العالمين. اللهم مكن لدينك ولكتابك ولدعوتك يا رب العالمين. اصرف عن المسلمين السوء والفحشاء والبلواء. اللهم اصرف عنهم ما نزل بهم يا رب العالمين. Oh Allah, strengthen Muslims, Ya Rabb al-Alamin. Strengthen their faith. Strengthen our faith, Ya Rabb al-Alamin. Show us the haqq, the truth is truth, and give us power to follow it and adopt it. Show us the batil as batil, the falsehood as falsehood, and give us the power and strength to stay away from it, Ya Rabb al-Alamin. Oh Allah, choose the best for us Muslims. Make us leaders for humanity, Ya Rabb al-Alamin. Make us servants for humanity, Ya Rabb al-Alamin. اجعلنا من خير أمة أخرجت للناس حقا وصدقا. اجعلنا أخيار الناس يا رب العالمين، وتقبل منا وتب علينا وتوفنا مسلمين. وصل وسلم وبارك على عبدك ورسولك سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
Kindly check your cell phone, please. Tell me the silent mode now, please.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى
قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى الله سمع الله لمن حمده الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Inshallah, Salat al-Fajr starting tomorrow. We get 5 o'clock Salat al-Fajr. Then at al-Ghad, الساعة 5 o'clock, inshallah, in the morning starting tomorrow. Also tonight we will have the Friday night program. So bring your family and your kids and join us, inshallah. We continue with the stories of the prophets. It's going to be after Salat al-Maghrib, بعد Salat al-Maghrib, at 8 o'clock, inshallah. Pray Maghrib a little bit before 8, and we start the program right after, inshallah. Join us.